We hope you enjoy this rebroadcast of Risk On's highest-rated topics for the previous week. Todd and Jason will return next week with their regularly scheduled programming. And now, Risk On.
Hey, it's Todd Ault. I'm with Jason Bartholomew. Skyla's in the house. It is May 3rd. This is the 64th episode of Risk On. Jason, we hedged out April. We were up for the month.
We had a nice swing, though. We were down quite a bit.
We had a good quarter. We were down. We were getting killed in the second week of April. Small caps were getting smoked.
Yep.
We rallied back. We were up really nicely for April. We will be publishing the results once we are allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to make sure we get them checked out to make sure. But we had a good month.
We're just staying solid. We're trying to pick winners and cut the losers.
POWW, we're going to talk about that today. They announced the purchase of gunbroker.com. Jason, did they pay almost $250 million?
I think they paid too much. That's my opinion. I'll have to look at the... May 11th, they're
I'm going to
giving
launch
guidance.
a new website called firearmsbroker.com, and I'll sell it to you for $1 million. What the heck?
Yeah.
$240 million, right?
6 million subscribers. What's the math on that?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little slow today.
But they're going to update us on May 11th.
Which is kind of odd.
Strange, considering that you just bought it and you spent all that time doing it, that you don't have an update for us today.
They spent $40 per subscriber, now that I break it down that way.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But some of that's fluffery.
Of
so
course.
let's say there's 20% fluffery. They paid, what, $60, $70 a subscriber?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a bonus for you this morning. Every day from here to eternity, Skyla's going to tell us a new joke.
Oh, boy.
Skyla, let's go with we have 1 minute left for you to tell us the joke of the day with Skyla.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Loud.
Do you remember the joke?
Yeah, hold on. Wait. Talk for a second.
Hey, you know, University of Florida Gators. They're one of my favorite teams.
The alligators?
Yep.
No, I know. I'm trying to remember the first part of the joke, okay? Hold on.
Stage fright.
Skyla.
Hey, I got a new name for it. Stage fright Skyla.
No, it's not. Like, I was thinking about it, and then, hold on.
Skyla, you ever do any investigating?
The entire episode.
Oh, what do you call...
Here we go. Hold on.
Here it is, here it is. Oh.
Hold on. You got to let me prepare.
Hold on. Do it.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I want to. Hold on. Ready? Go ahead.
What do you call an alligator that solves crimes?
What?
An investigator.
What do you call an alligator that solves crimes? An investigator.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, those of you who have kids will appreciate that you can use that joke anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'd said earlier, we can't use.
No.
What'd you
use
say?
that one.
I can't say it.
Oh,
Come on,
you said
remember.
a
It was
very bad
terrible.
joke.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that was. Don't.
Now, how about Bitcoin?
Let's cover the Bitcoin.
I want to talk about the ratio. It's just closing the gap. Okay. Bitcoin, currently 57,341. Okay. Ethereum, 30. Wow, look at Ethereum. 3284. All right, so 3284. Let's do the math on this.
Let's pull up Ethereum real quick. Can we pull up the screen real quick? Ethereum
Wow.
is up in the last 24 hours 10%. Let's look at the chart. Don't take it down. Come on. Give me a break.
While Todd's
here.
looking at the chart, Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio is now 17.5 to 1. That's the lowest I've seen it.
Here's the 3-month chart. Back in March, it was below 1,500. It is now 3,200.
Monster move.
Look at the difference here. Okay, back on the screen here. Look at the difference. 57,368, and Ethereum 3,284.
It only takes 17.5 Ethereum to equal a Bitcoin. It's been trending that way now for a while. Every day we cover that. It was 30 to 1 not long ago.
This right here, this Dogecoin thing.
Yeah.
This to me is the reason why that there's a telltale sign that we're out of control.
For sure. This unlimited supply on Doge, for those of you that don't know.
Right.
And the market cap is larger than some of the iconic brands in America, like Ford Motor Company.
Right. I'm not suggesting that speculating isn't fun, but this is an unlimited currency that can be issued like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
I mean, it's. By the way, did you see the thing that Bill Marr did over the weekend?
I sent it. Yeah, that was crazy.
Holy Toledo!
He
You
obliterated.
guys have got to watch Bill Marr
Yeah.
talk about Bitcoin. He called it Bitcoin Boo Boo or Boo Boo Bitcoin or something.
He shredded it all.
Oh my God, it was terrible. I don't agree with him,
Yeah.
but it was compelling. So back to our ammunitions.
POW.
The other day I sold some at $7.83. May have been the best sell ever. So they announced today that they closed
Yep.
the transaction with gunbroker.com. They didn't say they signed a definitive agreement.
They did not.
They closed the deal.
Let's look at the Business Wire PR here.
Yeah, I want to, if you don't mind, I'm going to, how do I find
Matter
this?
of fact, click on the Yahoo one. That'll give us some context
Yahoo?
here. Yeah, click on that. Scroll up a
Hold
little.
on a second. I know what we got to do here.
There we go.
Yeah, let's look at,
That'll be the same.
yeah, let's look at this.
Yep.
Let's pull up on the screen, please, Nick. I'm going to read this. So, Ammo Inc. announces the acquisition of gunbroker.com. Keyword here, approximately $240 million. Do we know how they paid for it?
We do. Well, no, we don't specifically know how.
Maybe there's an 8K after the close.
Yeah, we have an idea of how they paid for it.
Right.
You know, they mentioned that they're going. It's going to be. It's not. It's like a half cash deal, and then the remaining in shares, based
Right.
on the capital they raised. That would make sense.
Right.
But you never know. It may be more shares than capital if they want to keep more cash on hand. $240 million acquisition, and the CEO of Gunbroker will take a board seat, if I do recall.
We couldn't be more excited bringing the gunbroker.com team into the ammo family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Steve Irvin.
Paid a little bit for it.
Yep. They definitely paid. But look what they have on the gunbroker.com.
Alex, I agree with you. Gunbroker.com was disappointing today. They dragged it out a very long time. They announced it kind of at an inopportune time, in my opinion. People kind of already knew it over the weekend because the guy who closed had to register with the SEC. Yeah, I saw BTX was ripping. BTX is the old NTN buzz time. We filed a 13D position on that. We made a lot of money there. That was very good for us.
That was nice.
I feel good about myself just for a minute. What I do is I'm like Stuart Smalley. I look in the mirror and say, doggone it, I'm good enough. All because BTX went up. Hey, on Aultonumous on Friday, we had Aultonumous is a podcast that I host, and I cover things with executives and people I like, people I think that are cutting edge or they've done something amazing. We had Stormy Simon on, the former president of Overstock.com. She started effectively from scratch in the warehouse, single mom, 2 kids on welfare, and worked her way up over 12 years to becoming the president of Overstock, and ultimately serving 3 years as president of Overstock.com, taking sales from around, when she started, around $20 million to when she left, more than $1 billion. Right. So we had Stormy Simon on, and she hung out over the weekend. We had a good time. Stormy Simon, thank you so much for being with us. That was fun. Which is Naked Brand.
Is that true? Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced? Breaking news?
What? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. It's on the chat. Roland says, breaking. Bill and Melinda Gates say they're ending their marriage.
There's no way that's true.
Dang.
Is that true?
I don't know.
So over the weekend, Charlie Munger effectively just said that crypto was crap. And I don't know that he could have held back any further than its talks. Wow, by the way.
He smashed it.
He smashed that, and Buffett and Charlie basically smashed Robinhood.
And then Bill Marr doubled down on it.
But they smashed Robinhood too.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, Warren Buffett said, I'm looking forward to reading their S1 and have them explain how they charge you nothing for trading, but they have revenue from it.
Massive. HFTs, you know the deal.
Sure.
Yeah.
They have been telling and saying that they would short Bitcoin if they had a method the entire way. Even Bill Gates said it.
Oh.
And now there is a way to short Bitcoin.
Yeah. Now they're.
And to me, let me characterize this. it is absolutely true that there may be cryptocurrency that is fraudulent. There may be cryptocurrency that is bad. There were 40 or 50 automakers that didn't survive. The thesis that they have that crypto is, let me just spell one of the issues with Bill Marr, okay? Bill Marr is saying basically it has no value and you run more electricity to mine crypto than you do the entire state of New York, right? That all may be true.
And he was,
but someone writes a check to pay for that electricity,
correct,
which validates the value of Bitcoin. They're willing to spend money with their belief in behind with that reward. And it becomes, listen, the reality is with gold, you have to decide, we as a society have to decide, well, the only catch with gold though is that gold is used in actual products.
It is.
Right. I'm not talking about jewelry on you.
Correct.
Although that is a big use of gold.
It's used in technology.
It's used in technology.
Silver too, but
Right.
it's also antimicrobial. It conducts heat real well. So.
But what's wrong with what's wrong with citizens of the world deciding that they believe something where people spend money to mine it and spend energy on it, right? Expend capital to mine it. What's wrong with them assigning the digital value to that? The problem is people don't believe that there's any digital world. They don't believe that because it's digital, it's just fake.
Correct.
And I simply just don't think it's true.
Well, I'm not a Bill Marr fan. Obviously, I'm on the other side. But listen, let me defend him real quick. He was calling out the hypocrisy of Zoomers, Gen Z, and millennials that were, cool hipsters, care about the environment.
I want to slow you down for a second.
Go ahead.
This is the most important part of this.
Okay.
Okay. What you're about to say, everyone has to pay attention to. What Jason's about to quote about Bill Marr is why, even though I don't agree with his politics, I like Bill Marr.
Yeah.
And this is really legit.
It is. I take his side on this.
Right.
Because, all these hipsters, all these cool, want to be caring about the environment, carbon footprint, zero emission vehicles. All these people are pro crypto and, cryptocurrency, the actual power used is more than the entire state of New York and New York City. It's massive.
It's legitimately not green.
Right. It's legitimately not green, but they're getting green in a different way. So.
And he called out Silicon Valley on it. Right. He basically said you guys are full of shit.
Yeah. So I was behind Bill on that point.
Yeah,
for sure. 100%.
Right. But I don't agree with Charlie Munger's philosophy that Bitcoin is the toxicity of the world. And to some extent, it's tough for me to even agree with Warren Buffett, even though I'm completely, he's one of the reasons I'm in this business. The problem is that he and Charlie have had access to capital and ways of trading their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
The average person has not. And so they may use it incorrectly right now, but over time they're empowered to use Robinhood, to use E-Trade, and other methods to allow the common citizen to participate in things that they couldn't do before.
Yeah.
And by the way, tremendously costly. It used to be so expensive to trade stocks that you made it very difficult. The system was gamed against you. Effectively, the broker won, the investor effectively lost unless they effectively were told to buy and hold, and effectively they had to wait out that commission through a dividend or something to kind of pay that cost. So it's just kind of not fair. Yeah, are people using it improperly? He talked about how the 7-day calls.
Right.
Wall Street creates products that people want. You can't, do you blame well, see, I guess that would go to the whole drug dealer mentality, right? Do you blame Wall Street for creating 7-day calls when people want the instruments? Also,
triple leveraged ETFs that decay, if you hold. It's, the drug, that's the drug dealer and then, the supplier and the demand.
It's a global environment where people can trade. Mm-hmm. It's an environment where people would rather believe they're paying for no commissions for order flow, but it's still fractional. Even if you said, let's make it a commission, it would be like under $4 or $5.
Right.
These are little numerous, basically de minimis transactions.
Well, you talked about crypto, being there's some fraud in ICOs and the initial coin offerings, and Elke Freeman says, hey, anyone can just copy the source code. We can call it altcoin. Anybody can start their own coin here, which, that does lead me to believe that there is the altcoins themselves, that entire sector does have some suspect situations. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm. There's something in the Wall Street Journal today, and it's all over Fox, but I kind of wasn't going to report it until I saw it everywhere. Mm-hmm. Biden is raising the number of U.S. refugees admission cap to the United States, and it is astronomical. So he was facing blowback on there being 15,000 allowed. He's now allowing 62,500 immigrants in. And I don't know how this is going to work, but I know this is a headline.
Those are legal.
Legal refugees.
This is a big difference between legal and illegal. Now, some people can argue, well, no human is illegal. Okay, I can give you that point. But my point is there are no countries there are no sovereign nations without borders. Like, I can't just pick up my laptop and my phone and just head to, we'll go down to Nicaragua and get free healthcare, free housing, get everything for free. It just doesn't work that way. So if you want a country, then a country has to have borders, and you have to have an immigration reform bill that addresses the border situation, because right now it's ripe with human trafficking. Kids are being taken across the border with coyotes. You don't know if they're their parents. It's a huge problem. COVID's not even being tested for a lot of these people, and COVID's supposed to be a big deal. So if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care what you are, you want to address this type of situation that's going on.
I don't know.
Hey, we got to wrap this up.
Hey, it's May 3rd. This is Risk On. Jason, Josh, Skyla, Brett, Nick, the whole crew at Risk On. We appreciate your time. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. This was a good show. We had a good time. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Todd Ault. This is Risk On. Jason Bartholomew, my partner in not crime, but legal activity sanctioned by the government, because you're allowed to trade in this country unless Elizabeth Warren doesn't want you to trade.
She just wants to take her fair share and give it back to the people or to the government.
Those of you who make it super big, all the way up there, just give your fair share. Just pay a little more, because we at the federal government, we can allocate your capital better than you.
They blow our money all over the world, and they want more.
I'm a little jacked up, and I don't even seem like I'm jacked up. I got to get more jacked up, because right after the close, someone took all my MOSY. Now, those of you who knew I filed the 13D position on MOSY a long time ago, I had a residual amount left. Today it fell to 366. I bought like 10,000 more, whatever it was. Maybe it was 5,000. I don't remember. But I was long 171,000 shares of MOSY. And right before we went on air, it went to $5.
We moseyed on out of that thing.
We moseyed out. We sold it.
Unbelievable.
I'm out of MOSY.
You should have seen the bedlam when we were watching.
We were trying to sell it.
Yeah.
The CFO is terrible. My opinion, by the way, those are my opinions. The CFO is rude, didn't call me back, did an offering without telling me, didn't offer me a chance to buy into the offering. After I bought the stock and filed the 13D, he effectively wouldn't cooperate. Boo on this guy.
Yeah.
I would never own that stock. That's just my opinion.
Well,
that's why I sold it.
For
There's people who cooperate with 13Ds, who understand their stock is undervalued. I'm trying to help them. See, I've done this for 32 years. I did a deal, Franklin Capital, which I bought at 90 cents. It was on the American Stock Exchange, and 3 months later was $22.75. I have been involved in activist deals for the last 20 years of my career, and I know what I'm doing. Now, that's a rare thing, because there are times when I don't know what I'm doing, and I still make mistakes, and I still can lose money. But when it comes to activism, I'm generally aware of what you can do to help your stock.
We forgot. We
Oh
kind of
my
lost
God,
our
we're
way.
lost.
Yeah.
Hey, episode 65. This is May what?
What is going on?
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th
It's
be
that
with you.
day.
I knew that was coming. Skyla, you say it. What was that?
May the 4th be with you.
May
There
the
you go.
4th be with you. And it was.
Don't you like
and
the
you as
light?
well.
The light behind Skyla.
So if you look it up on the internet, like on Google, a little thing like goes down with a bunch of little Star Wars icons. It's kind of cute.
I felt like we didn't engage in conversation with Skyla enough yesterday.
Not every day can be about Skyla.
I felt like she went golfing. You know, we heard a little bit, but I don't know.
We like Skyla.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to like her that much. She's my niece, so we like her enough. That's it. But I do want to talk about something that I think is interesting about being short, and that is I wrote puts. And as I was noticing, I'm sure you guys in the audience are much smarter than me on this. I started noticing that there were puts that expired tomorrow.
Yeah, weird.
On the triple Qs.
Wednesday.
So I cleared my triple Q position and I wrote puts that expired tomorrow, which is bizarre, and some that expire on the 7th. So technically, I'm long the Qs because I think they're going to go higher on the bounce.
Right.
And I think the premium is going to disappear. But I won't be upset if I get put to because it's at lower prices.
That's
right?
fine, yeah.
So it was an interesting day. As I've said many times, all the weed stocks are going bankrupt, in my opinion. I think there'll be 3 or 4 left. There is simply, listen, I'll give you a case in point here. There's a grower, and I guess I should be careful what I say here. There's a grower who I happen to know who offered me some because I like to sleep. And I was looking at the economics, and he had a ton of it available. And I'm thinking to myself, you can just grow this in your backyard. Skyla, your dad grows it legally, but in his backyard effectively, right?
It literally is in his
Right. So
backyard,
am I wrong about this?
No, you're looking right on this one. Yeah.
Now, I know the processing of making gummies and edibles, which I will never have a edible again in my lifetime. Someday I'll tell the story of how I had an edible, a cookie, which put me into oblivion and hurt my head for 2 days or 3 days. If you've ever taken an edible, I assure you, if you take the wrong amount, you will pay a heavy price. I had a cookie this big, by the way, and I absolutely love the cookie. I thought it tasted good. I actually contemplated 45 minutes later having another one because I liked the taste of it. But luckily, I didn't. And about an hour after eating that thing, the world came crashing down. I thought I was on Saturn and going to die.
Right.
And I asked the person, she said to me, who made them, she said, yeah, I made cannabis butter with them. And I said, she said, well, I had like 9 of them and it didn't affect me, but my boyfriend was completely annihilated. And I said, well, if you had 9, you're small, I'll be fine.
Right.
Not realizing that her tolerance was she smoked all day, every day. So she had like 900 joints a week. Anyways, that was we digressed there a little bit. Okay, so Daniel Crawford says, think Elon would wear a Ault Global Holdings hoodie on SNL? Believe it or not, one of our board members' cousins is head of the astronaut program for Elon. So I could ask. I don't think he'll do it, but I'll ask. Grace Ross, maybe I just don't get it. I don't understand why Elon is being on SNL is such a driving force for so many people. What the hell is wrong with this country that Elon Musk, who is the Thomas and Edison of our days, think about what this guy has done. The amount of people he's employed, the amount of wealth he's created, the amount of change he's trying to do for society. Forget all the shenanigans about 420 and all the stuff he does. That's crazy. Every evil genius is crazy. Give the guy a break. I mean, he's Elon Musk. I mean, how many of you launch rockets into space? How many of you launch capsules with human beings in them? How many of you build a car company from scratch? How many of you built a solar company with his cousins? How many of you helped build PayPal? I mean, enough is enough. Yeah, Dogecoin's a whole different conversation.
I don't. Yeah. Why does certain
The Dogecoin thing is, listen, for full disclosure, I'm sick. I had 116,000 shares. I sold it for 7 of Dogecoin, and now a month later it's 58.
That's crazy.
He created Dogecoin as a joke,
Yeah, I know.
which is just great.
Can we go to the screen here? I started buying Ford Motor. Why am I buying Ford Motor? I'm hearing about this Mach-E,
Mach-E, yeah.
Mach-E, and I believe that Ford Motor will make profitable vehicles long term, and there will be a natural competitor to Tesla, and this American company will survive, although they do have a ton of debt. Oh, there it is. Stock falls as Mustang Mach-E sells slow after Tesla is taking market share. Wow, that was 1 hour ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I don't think it's gonna fail. I think Ford Motor is $44 billion. Tesla is $700 billion. I think there's something in the middle there.
Let me tell you what's in the middle. Ford Motor is $44 billion. Dogecoin is $60 billion. And Tesla, 700 billion.
There you go. Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are divorcing. He's been with her for 27 years. So the last 27 years, he believes the next, let's say 15 years of his life or 20 years of his life are not going to be compatible with Melinda. He can't figure out how that he could spend 27 years with her, but he can't spend another 15 or 20. He's decided to do something different, right? It almost always means infidelity. It almost always means either he or her got something going. I'd bet any amount of money on it. This isn't we don't get along. You don't spend 27 years with somebody, your friend, your colleague, my best friend, I've been with my wife for 19 or 20, I don't know how many years it's been, something like that. I assure you that you don't do what you're doing if there isn't someone else in the picture that can say whatever they want to say. I assure you that either Bill or Melinda has something going down.
Maybe Bill just wants to spend more time on his newly acquired farmland.
With his new farmer's only daughter.
Farmers only.
He got a farmer's only girlfriend.
FarmersOnly.com.
Maybe Bill Gates is on FarmersOnly.com.
Maybe.
But I literally feel good about this because I'm thinking to myself, these are three of the richest people in the world. They couldn't stay with their first wife. Warren stayed. He didn't want a divorce. Warren didn't shy from anyone. Susie wanted a different life. She did not want to be Mrs. Warren Buffett, which is what she was doing, was taking care of the three kids and Warren his whole life. And she wanted freedom, and Warren gave it to her, and it was great for her, right? She was happy. The three of them were happy. It worked out. The press really doesn't report it, but effectively he had a wife and a girlfriend the entire time. Bill Gates, who you diddling? Come on, Bill. We know you are. You need private time? You already had private time. I assure you it's you, Bill. It is the May 4th. May the 4th be with you, as I have to do that in tribute to my sister-in-law and Skyla and my wife. Jason.
Good day today.
Dude, you're a solid man.
We did good today.
I'm glad you're with me. Josh, thanks for being here. Skyla, Nick, Brett, you too. Just kidding.
Crypto
Hey, everybody,
Joe.
take care. We'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be rocky. Pay attention. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko.
El Cinco de Mayo.
Episode 66. Hey, it's episode 66. This is Cinco de Mayo. My name is Todd Manuel. We're going to have tacos.
Mi nombre está Jason.
You know, since she's leaving, we're going to have dinner tonight. I think the Mexican food is not going to happen because everybody and their mother will be at Mexican food.
We're going Italian.
Hey, I'm Todd Ault, Executive Chairman of Ault Global, and I can tell you, see, I'm not allowed to talk about DPW unless it's public knowledge, and it is public knowledge that we made a profit for the first quarter ever, the first time in like 12 years. And we had substantial revenue growth. Check out the press release today. Todd, do you have a college degree? And if so, what is it in? No, I have no college degree. I did not graduate from college. I went to college, and I left college to go work for Dean Witter, and I was making about maybe 20 times what my professors were making. And I started working on Wall Street when I was 20, and so I never finished. So I don't have a college degree. But I have studied a lot. I am pretty fluent in finance. I taught a course at Pepperdine, Global Finance. I taught at a Jewish college, too, in Los Angeles. I can't remember the name of it. And I've taught several courses all over the place in finance and how to raise capital, et cetera. And I think after 32 years and about $500 million of capital raised, I was on the syndicate desk at Dean Witter, where every REIT in America went public through that. And I literally say almost every REIT. I'm pretty confident that college degree didn't pay off. We're up a ton this year.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, Rocket, 20,000 shares, down $10 is 200,000.
I can't even get a bounce.
Hold on, down $10 is 200,000. I would average in if it missed. I love the long-term story of Rocket, but I thought with a pullback from 45 that high, the special dividend, that Dan would be delivering some big numbers.
They've got 50 billion authorized for buyback.
Is that really?
Yeah, remember from last quarter.
50 billion?
Yeah.
It's not 5 billion?
I'm sorry, it's 5 billion. You're right. It is
50 billion.
No, it's 5 billion.
What's an extra zero amongst friends?
Anyway.
I have an interview with the CEO of Naked next week. I'm talking to him on Friday. And so at this point, I'm suspicious. I don't have any information about this at all. I believe that this guy is working on acquisitions. I've heard rumors. I don't know specifics.
Correct.
But I'm going to talk to him Friday. We're setting up a date. I believe the interview is going to be Tuesday.
Okay.
So can you guys help me out for a second? If we do the interview at 1 o'clock here.
It's in Australia.
He's in Australia. So what time will it be there?
But where? Perth? It depends.
It's not Perth.
Where is it? Sydney?
Let's call it Sydney.
Sydney.
Perth is on the other side. There's nothing there on the other side
What
except
do you mean?
goats.
What about gold
goats
and silver?
chickens and mines. There's nothing there.
Let's say he's in Sydney.
What?
Let's say he's in Sydney.
So what's the time difference? Hey, can you
Skyla
look it
will
up?
look.
What time is it right now in Australia?
Hey, listen.
What, the lights go down?
Yeah, Justin is...
Why do we do that?
Oh, he just pulled it up.
Oh.
Todd, it's important to know that these guys got to have their questions ready because you're going to talk to the CEO of Naked.
No, that girl, the woman from Telegram gave you the questions.
Ann,
didn't she?
Anna, yeah.
17 hours. Ooh.
So, wow.
Yeah, it's 6:35 a.m. Thursday.
Oh.
Right, so we would be interviewing him around this time on Tuesday.
Which would make it Wednesday for him. Wednesday morning,
Yeah.
right? 17 hours ahead. Yeah.
You know, I went to Japan. I had to deal with all that. It was very screwy that I was talking to you guys and I was a day ahead of you. It's a bizarre thing. You go backwards to go forward. You go forward to go backwards. You're whatever.
Net Sky Limit, talk about Bitcoin revenue. It was posted.
Bitcoin revenue for DPW, for All Global?
Yeah, $1.30, $130.
We turned on miners, about 1,000 of them. Actually, 1,088 miners or something. In March. We're just turning them on. It takes a lot of time. We're moving miners to Michigan. It's just a lot of work.
Yep.
It was, $130,000. Out of 13 million, it was a small percentage. Wow.
Is that Honest Kitchen? What is this?
No, this is Honest Company. That is that girl, Jessica Alba is her name. Is her name Jessica Alba? That's her company.
Yeah.
They make like dish soap and stuff.
Yep.
Multi-billion-dollar IPO.
So it popped 40% IPO, and
yeah,
now
it's doing great.
Yeah.
She's got a brand.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably goes to $50. She's got a brand. She's really, her stuff is, now they're going to have the money to advertise and really expand the brand. Are you familiar with this stuff she makes?
Clothing?
She makes like soap.
Oh, okay.
Hey, can we go back to that other viewer who asked about this real quick? Let's bring up the Honest Company again. Went public today. Can we ask her real quick? What do they? It's Davy Boy. Davy Boy.
Boy.
I don't know. He, she. I don't know who it is.
It's got a female. What looks to be a female. Picture.
No, it's just a guy. It looks like a guy with long hair.
I can't tell.
I can't tell. I wish I knew. Do you guys know what they make? Hey, do you know what Jessica Alba's company it makes? The Honest Company. It's like soap and detergents, the stuff that's good for the environment.
She's got a $2 billion company right now.
Yeah, and she was a former actress.
Yeah.
Turned environmentalist.
Well,
people like her stuff. Honest Company.
Rock and roll.
Hope they're never dishonest.
People like Bumble until it's 56
Don't
now.
make a mistake. There we go.
There we
Look
go.
At that. Put that up on the screen.
Honest.
We popped the baby soap and stuff. Can we put that up there? Yeah. Got baby soap.
Nice.
Yeah. Jessica Alba, I believe, right? I mean, that's right. Jessica Alba?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a niche for sure. There's not even a question. And I think this makes her a billionaire. With a B.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think she's a billionaire. As seen in Parents, BuzzFeed. She's the real deal. She raised capital. I think she raised $480 million. What do you think of those apples?
That's a lot of honest money.
It's crazy. Hey, there's Josh. Hey, there's our producer, Josh. I told you he was a good look. Hey, I told you he's a good-looking guy. He's grown a beard now. He's an actual Viking, right? He's Norwegian. You should see his family. And he has a very beautiful sister. I have to say that every time. Anyways, I'm a fan. Josh is our producer. I've known him a long time. Josh was a director of marketing at a very famous guitar company, JS Technologies. They make Sur guitar, S-H-U-R. And Josh also was a marketing guy for Roland, not Roland your boyfriend, but Roland the music company. And now he handles marketing here for Todd Ault Enterprises.
He keeps us in line, too.
He works at All Global, Ault Alliance. But Josh, I want to talk real quickly about Risk on Rewind. I'm really excited. When will their first rewind be out so that everyone can know about it?
Oh, we're just putting the final touches on it, but we are covering an interesting stock that you guys presented with GME.
GameStop.
It was really fun.
I really like that. It was going to be fun.
Gobstopper.
So you guys are going to see a very interesting rewind. And what Josh does is he takes all the segments of when I talk about something over time, when Jason and I talk or the audience talks about it, and it covers every single thing we've ever said about it. That's a unique camera angle, by the way.
I like it at 1.5.
Oh, it sees me on the bottom. That's why.
The 1.5 speed that he
that's
ran at,
interesting.
or 1.75 speed.
I
Couldn't
do,
stop
for
laughing.
Sure. I couldn't stop laughing. Hey, take one of our videos and watch them on YouTube at higher speed. It's really enjoyable.
That one is amazing.
All right, guys, check out Risk on Rewind, and soon we're going to have Josh on a regular basis, just like we have Skyla. Josh is a pretty smart guy. He's also the one that makes sure that people send you out merch, and he helps us market the program. Thanks, Josh, for coming on real quick. So, article out today. Let's talk about the great ammo shortage. You read this. What are you thinking? What's happening right now with ammo?
The backlog is huge. You know, with all the political pressure on trying to do something to limit people's ability to protect themselves. I don't know why. They think that putting more laws in place will stop criminals. Criminals don't obey laws. Putting more laws in place will just hinder good, everyday, legal American citizens that are not criminals, that are law-abiding, to obtain weapons to protect their families. Ammo itself is a shortage even in law enforcement. So I really like POW even more now that I read this.
I don't understand your attitude. What do you mean criminals? I mean, don't criminals follow all the laws of this country?
Of course, man.
Right. I mean,
that's why we don't have any prisons.
Okay, got it. Gun stocks pop on FBI background checks. Can you cover this real quick for us? FBI said that it's conducting 3.5 million background checks in April. What does that mean?
That means people that are applying for their concealed permit to carry firearms, handguns, they go through this process with the FBI. So you're looking at huge numbers that have jumped year over year. People are more comfortable, and
someone at the FBI has to process 3.5 million background checks.
Yeah, and that's just in April.
3.5 million people in April applied for a background check for a gun.
Yeah, a lot of places now are constitutional carry where you don't have to. You still have to do a background check, but you can. The Constitution is your right to conceal carry. But yeah, anytime that you're trying to buy a weapon, you have to go through the FBI background check. So this is interesting.
This is something that I have not covered, but I actually this is concerning. So we want to cover it real quick.
Yeah, the birth rate in the United States for average American families. What is it now?
It's less than 1.5 or 1.7.
Went from 2.1 to 1.6.
Right.
That's the lowest rate, in 50 years.
Right.
So
that is, we are a declining population in this country.
Yeah, most of that can be attributed to cost of living, people in the millennials and Zoomers not wanting to have too many kids. They just just trying to take care of a family that's larger is more expensive. So yeah, that's concerning.
We appreciate all of you watching. We're going to see you tomorrow. And be patient. Take care. It's a little bit of a rocky time for the market. Look for bargains. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's May 6th. It's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to my brother.
Which one?
I think it's Brennan. Neil, I believe, is the first.
Oh, I didn't mean to
get
call
it
you out on
screwed up.
that. Well, my fault.
Brennan, one's born on the 1st, one's born on the 6th.
Only
Happy
'cause
birthday to both you guys.
Nice.
It's the 67th episode of Risk On. Here with Jason Bartholomew. Josh is in the house. He's online. And we got Nick and Brett with us.
And Skyla.
I'm going to get to you. Last but not least, Skyla's here. Looking pretty as ever. NVOS down. SOS down. Canon down. KIQ down. CLBS down. POWW down. AEZS down. NAK down. NAKD down. Box down. Riot down, but up for us because we bought it at 32 and some change. So we're up right. We bought Riot at 32.60, down like $5. And then I'm short Tesla. And so Tesla was down, so it was up for us.
Yeah.
I wrote, for full disclosure, the Tesla May 7th $647.50 calls. I wrote them for $5.10, and they are $2.77. I like to write things that. Excuse me, I wrote the puts. I like to write things where I can collect premium. Do you get that?
Yes.
Gotta get that right here, right? Put writing isn't for everyone.
That account.
Yeah, I wrote the puts there. Federal Reserve warns about potential for significant declines in asset prices as valuations climb. Rising asset prices are posing increased threats to the financial system, the Federal Reserve warned in a report Thursday. Fed Governor, I won't even try to say it. How do you say his name?
Wow. Oh, that's Brainerd. Lael Brainerd. Yeah. Brainerd.
Brainerd, he's got a big brain, said the situation bears watching and points up the importance of making sure the system has proper safeguards. I don't know what this means here. Asset prices may be vulnerable to significant declines should risk appetite fall, the central bank said. What do you take from this?
Are they talking about like all the
they're
SPACs?
talking about equities right now.
Yeah,
SPACs. Investors have snapped up equities, corporate bonds, and cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, okay.
They poured billions into blank check companies. SPACs. Market has mostly been brisk, traditional in IPOs.
That's true.
Fed Chairman Jerome Powell and others asked repeatedly about whether they're concerned about rising prices. Powell specifically has said that long-term interest rates stay low, the valuations are justified. However, the report notes there are dangers lurking in market sentiment changes. I agree with him.
Of course. No more, probably no more, more stimulus. No more.
What do you have that's really propping things up? Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Where's it at now?
Crazy stuff. Yeah, what's it at? 50 cents?
The reason why this is relevant is because it's pure speculation.
It is.
Into total crap.
Like he said, traditional like IPOs and stuff, they're slow.
It does make me nervous about asset prices.
I like commodities, though, and hard asset prices.
Sure.
I like that. 58 cents for Doge.
Yeah. I mean, I sold it a month ago for nothing. So U.S. Concrete has 11 or 12 business days off because of what happened in Texas in the quarter, right?
They actually had northeastern trouble, too, with weather.
Stock misses. They miss earnings by a penny, right?
Yeah, and it's the toughest weather. The first quarter is always tough for concrete. It's tough to pour nationwide. You can't have... temperatures can't be like below 35 to pour concrete. So, yeah.
And what happens to U.S. Concrete?
U.S. Concrete says...
Down 18.26% or 12%. But at one point, it was even lower. I mean, at one point, this thing was down to 51.
Yeah, we snatched it in the 53s, right?
Yes, we did. We snatched it up when it started to rally a little bit here. You can see the little hook right here. I can't point that out, obviously. You see this little hook here, and we got long, and now we're long U.S. Concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the 6 month on U.S. Concrete, up $18.
Nice, I like that. Look at that.
The 1 month, down 10. Year to date, up 14. 1 year, up 37. 5 year.
Okay. Well, I don't think...
What's the story there?
Well, this will be a play for infrastructure also. I don't know the story of this company, but I do know
why wallop it so hard?
Yeah, I know. You know it's a low float considering the...
Is it?
Well, it's $1 billion market cap, and the float's $16 million. That's pretty...
Been down there before, though.
Well, the 52-week range, get this, $15 to $79.
In the audience, they're asking if the interview for the CEO interview is next week, not this week. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm hearing positive rumblings. They're looking for acquisition candidates. So I got to be honest with you, I'm not happy with the price of Naked. But I am I'm optimistic they're going to do something. They're going to do something in retail.
Nick, one more time. It's 52 pennies a share right now. 52 pennies.
Yeah.
Come on.
I just think there's a lot of overhang from all that stock that was issued, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
but, I mean, look at IBIO is to the moon right now. Like,
Is
I'm
it?
getting FOMO, yeah.
Where's it at?
I mean, I know it's probably over $2. These guys are going
I don't
nuts.
see it. I see it at $1.82.
Okay, $1.82. That's fine. But the float is large. 213 million.
IBIO.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you, though, after hours, you can still make something move pretty well with a lot of buying pressure. So it doesn't really matter what the float is.
So, Krispy Kreme.
Oh, yeah, Alpha said it. Jason, it can go to 4. Yeah, you're right. Alpha, you nailed that. 46.5. Yep.
Let's move on to the next segment here. IPO. Krispy Kreme filed for an IPO. JAB Holding. This is
I
a
love
big...
Krispy Kreme donuts.
I know. I could eat a Krispy
God,
Kreme
when I was
donut
living
right
in
now.
North Carolina, they would be 24 hours a day, nice warm Krispy Kreme donuts. Just roll up after a poker session,
Ready
grab a couple
right
of
away.
glazed. Yeah, man.
And they just melt in your mouth, right?
So
And they
good.
got kind of crazy before they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
They kind of overexpanded, right? Do you remember what the lines used to be for Krispy Kreme?
Oh, ridiculous.
Because didn't they start in North Carolina?
They'd have like that little sign or whatever, hot or whatever. They'd have like a
Hot now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot now.
Because they were like
God.
making them right then on that
So
where they flip
great.
them over and they're in the oil and they're going public. What do you think of that? They were took private for $1.35 billion in 2016 by JAB Holding Company. They're a big like coffee,
Yeah.
like a huge consumer brand holder, and they're going to spin them off and bring them public.
So they're IPOing traditionally, huh?
Yeah, a traditional IPO, not a SPAC.
I mean, that's rare.
Can you bring that up on the screen real quick? Or you already did that, right? Okay, good. You did that.
Oh,
right.
they were already, when I was prepping the show, they saw that one. They got all happy about the Krispy Kreme donuts, just like I did.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this. I saw part of it with Hannity last night. Let's pull it up on the screen. Caitlyn Jenner, she did an interview with Hannity. Did you get a chance to see it?
Not yet. I'm going to watch it.
Skyla, did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Did anybody watch it in the crowd?
Oh, well, maybe.
Well, I thought it was interesting to see this. Pretty credible. I mean, do you think this has a chance? Do you think that Caitlyn Jenner has a chance?
Yeah, this special election in the fall, for sure.
It's an interesting. It's an interesting process here. I'm kind of mesmerized by the whole thing.
She will have the bankroll. She'll get a lot of funding.
Yep.
And she is, what's cool is she is, I guess, slightly right.
Slightly right.
But she is pretty moderate. So that might play well in California. People that are sick of the extreme left policies. Yes. I think she has a fighting chance. Yeah, IBIO.
IBIO.
$2 and change. Ah.
Yeah,
Okay,
What do you
okay.
want to do?
Well.
I got to be honest with you. I hope everybody out there. I'm thinking of having a Vegas conference, and I would invite all of you to come. I'm not joking. I think it's so wonderful that you guys are all on the chat. You guys all have all stock ideas. You like to share ideas. I'm really liking Armada Trading, Papagorilla, The Dirty. All these names are just incredible. Devon Wright, Ravi, all these people. What do you think about someday? I know it's not probably easy right now, but what do you think about someday, Skyla, having a conference here where we like get a conference room,
Yeah.
invite them all down,
I think a lot of people would show
book
up. to be
rooms,
honest.
Yeah.
have speakers come in, talk
Yeah.
about what we're trading.
I think that would be great and very interesting.
Yeah,
Good
and it's
content
a
for
great
sure.
reason to come to Vegas, by the
Yeah.
way. I just think I am so excited about the number of people. You know what I care about? I just care that people care about what we care about,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, the reason why I founded Alzheimer's Neuro is because I want to help people with Alzheimer's, like my father, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I do this show is I want to talk about risk and how I made money and how I made it. And I didn't graduate college. You know, I have haters out there. It's part of life. I have people that care about me. I care about making people money. I care about talking about this. This show's going to get better. I know we're lagging a little bit. We got some research analysts going to come on to help us produce some stuff. We're going to start interviewing people like we did with Armada Trading. We're going to have more interviews, more information. So Jason and I'm pumped. You've got a great analytical mind. I'd love for you to show people some of the tools that you're using. I think we're going to get to that. We'll eventually cover them. Oh, Papagorilla, $4.99. Rolling $5. Congratulations on 25,000 subscribers. Nice work, y'all. I will cook. Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That is a great idea.
Yes.
Papagorilla comes out here. We have a conference. He cooks.
Yes.
Anybody,
That would
know,
be
what a
amazing.
great idea.
Naked Army
that's
and
awesome.
Papagorilla cooks. Maybe we even have like a fun poker tournament at one of the poker rooms here. We
Oh,
could-
for sure.
Like a charity or something. Half
No,
goes.
no. Let's play poker.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I love this idea.
That's a good
Oh,
idea.
this is good. It's getting good.
You guys play poker? All right.
We're going to Vegas. Everyone says, yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm all over that. I'm from Morocco. Hold on. Slow down. Hold on. I am from Alpha Generation. I am from Morocco. USA too far of my league. Oh, no. Hey. Why is it too far?
Why, man?
Maybe I'll buy you a ticket.
North Africa to here. We can
Maybe
do
I'll
it.
buy you a ticket. That may not be a bad idea. That's not too far from you. Okay, the show's almost over. Hey, we appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk about that show. We got the Naked CEO next week. We have some guests lining up, so this will be fun. Interesting day today. Hope all of you didn't lose money. I did lose some money today because I'm just down. Some of my positions were down from yesterday.
Yeah.
We mark our positions to the market every day, so we look at every position in our portfolio. We ask ourselves why we own it. Hey, we're grateful for you guys. We got to wrap up here. It is the 6th of May. It's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to Neil and Brennan. We appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys. Really, we do. Skyla, jokes? Any jokes quickly?
How's marijuana stock sold on the stock market?
How?
You buy high, sell higher.
Okay, that's it.
Nice.
Jason, myself, Josh. Thank you. Thanks for being on here, Josh. Nick and Brett, everybody, Willie, the team, the Naked Army, Skyla, nice joke. You buy high and sell higher. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's May 7th. This is Todd Ault with Risk On. My friend Jason Bartholomew in the house. One of the greatest handicappers for baseball ever. That's a forward-looking disclosure, but I think it might be true. Last night we played a lot of poker together at the M, and wow, was that fun. This is Friday, May 7th. For those of you who are listening to this on KEIB 1150 Los Angeles, Orange County, and on iHeartRadio app, the Patriot Network, it's 1 p.m. on Sunday. We appreciate you joining us. Skyla's in the house. Skyla?
Hello.
Can you give her some
Happy
applause
Friday.
here? Come on, got to be ready. Right? Got
got
to be
guest
ready.
star
What do we got?
trigger.
What do we got?
Got to applause.
I don't have it.
You don't have applause?
I'm looking.
Wow.
There it is.
All right. Skyla's in the house. Got Trigger. Let's go over there
Yeah.
to Trigger. Can
Guest
you see
star.
Trigger? That's our dog, Trigger. He was on loan to Andrea and Jason, and now he's returning home to his rightful home where he probably despises me because I'm a disciplinarian.
The rightful queen. Hey, where's Lucky?
I don't know.
Probably under your feet.
You got that joke yet?
I don't have the joke yet.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's okay.
At least you're honest, just like your aunt. You're
I mean,
an
I
honest.
have the one I told you yesterday.
What did we tell the whole audience that
no,
one?
I don't think so.
That would be terrible if you
No,
repeated jokes.
I didn't. 2 pickles fall out of a jar onto the floor. What did one pickle say to the other pickle? Deal with it.
Nice.
Hey, all right, there we
That's
go.
what they call a dad joke.
Yes, I tell
That's okay.
dad jokes.
We are long a lot of this URG or uranium stock. You want to talk about that real quick?
URG. They just got approved for permitting, and that basically here's the PR. UR Energy's Shirley Basin in situ uranium project receives all major permits, effectively doubling licensed and permit production capacity of the company. Obviously, uranium is in the wheelhouse for this administration, looking for alternative energy sources. So it is definitely in play. They have the state of Wyoming and the EPA have completed their respective reviews of the Shirley Basin, and they were granted the permits to mine. So there we go. Hey, Marshall Wilkinson. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you
Marshall
on.
Wilkinson in the house. Risk On. Listening to you on guys on Poolside. Best show. The best guy around. One of the nicest guys. One of the most honest guys is that guy. I always tell people to subscribe to Marshall Wilkinson. Listen to his commentary. He only does one-on-one coaching, and he charges a ton of money for it. It's not actually a lot of money, but relative to a one-on-one coach, maybe $5,000 or $10,000, whatever. But maybe that's not a lot of money because of what the value you get from him.
Right.
But what's interesting is if you go to his Instagram, he actually gives you a lot for free.
He does.
He's really great. I heard you were live with him the other day.
He goes live like all the time, and it's amazing nutrients in there. Like
he's really smart, dude. He's really, really smart.
I was kicking it with him. There was a couple guys that were GCs in New York talking about commercial stuff. He was giving him all kinds of freebies. Like, I mean, the guy just kept trying. So the guy was on there trying to name drop.
We're gonna have Marshall Wilkinson on, I think, in 2 weeks. I think he's coming to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We happen to be going to Arizona next week. We have a conference there, but he's going to be in Las Vegas in studio as our guest. So we're pretty excited about that. Right now he's going, Willie, Todd, what day did I plan to do that? He did tell me he possibly could be up this week, but we didn't talk about it. But I know that he'll be up soon in the next 2 weeks or so to interview Marshall.
This
guy's done $2 billion worth of construction in New York. He is like a true New Yorker who built buildings, skyscrapers, worked with unions, busted head. This guy's incredible.
I forgot to ask him if he was part of the building the new Yankee Stadium a few years back. I got to pitch in the old Yankee Stadium. I forgot to share that with him. Marshall, let me know if you were part of that project.
You got to pitch in the old Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, it was like a college All-American
Before
game.
they took it down,
Yep.
When I married my wife in 2004, I chartered a helicopter. We flew over the old Yankee Stadium. We flew over.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's true. It's really fun.
161st Street, 162nd Street in the Bronx? Yeah, right around there.
Hey, let's go to Ammo Munitions, POWW. For full disclosure, we had an 800,000 share position. We have cut that position back to 500,000 shares. And yes, that 500,000 shares is owned by Ault Global.
Correct.
Yes. I don't think that's anything we can't disclose.
No.
However, if we can't, we'll make sure we do it properly. Anyways, I'm just kidding around. I know we can disclose it because it's not material. We are long 500,000. On this show, we are transparent. We are long POWW. We've made good money there. My take on this is NAKD has a ton of cash. They raised a lot of money. We're going to have the CEO on the program next week. We don't know the exact day. I think it's on Tuesday, but because of Australia, we may have to record it. We don't know. We're going to let the Naked Army and everyone who follows this show know about it. So stay tuned, but he's going to be on next week. We're pretty excited about that.
Our thesis here is uranium's going to be used as part of an overall means to deploy green energy and uranium as a way to power the country. I mean, we saw what happened in Texas. That grid went down. I mean, let's face it, you can't use alternative energy sources, geothermal, wind, solar, to power the entire footprint of America. It's just not possible. So we're still deploying like clean coal.
Is it dangerous to mine uranium?
It is. It's dangerous to mine uranium, but it's also dangerous to make for ammunition. Remember we talked about the the
fuses.
Yeah. So no, not the fuses.
No, that's what those are.
Is that what
right?
they are?
Yeah, those little fuse things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's risk involved, obviously, but the EPA has done their due diligence, done their research, and it looks like they've given it a go-ahead for mainly the Wyoming Shirley Basin site. That's the project that we're talking about, and it looks like they'd look at the aquifer. There's an exemption for the project, so the approvals here will allow them to begin construction of the Shirley Basin project. The Bureau of Land Management final approval of the project. So, so basically everything was culminated at the end of April, and then they issued the approval here. So look for this stock to get a lot of attention, in my opinion, and just keep an eye on it. If you aren't in the stock, you can always just watch it and trade it through us vicariously because we are long 300,000 plus.
305,000.
Yeah.
URG, which is UR Energy, or the periodic symbol for uranium, right? I always get confused, like in Back to the Future. Well, he had plutonium, right? Which comes from uranium.
Yeah.
Uranium, right? Not. So what's the difference? Do you even know what the difference is?
I don't know the difference.
Hey, Skyla, do you know the difference?
No, I don't.
Somebody in the chat will, though.
Hey, do you know the difference, Josh, in what uranium is versus plutonium?
There's got to be somebody in the chat.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, look at Josh. He's on top of it right away.
He's on it, doggone it.
Right on. Nice job. Hi, Todd. You should write a book about your experience on Wall Street and how you got to be successful as you are today. Well, I've had some non-successes too. What I'll tell you is one of the reasons I think I'm successful is I never give up. and I've had a lot of failures. So I admit my failures. I will buy it for 100%. If you like this idea, you think you can do it one day, blink your eyes on camera tomorrow and show proof problems. I'll apply chat, long live Risk On. Who wrote that?
That's funny.
Wow. Actually, there is a book coming out called Risk On. Oh, wow, look at that. Isn't that interesting?
That's going to be a good read.
Yeah, one of the things that I was involved in before was I bought Jack in the Box a long time ago when they killed some people with E. coli burgers during the E. coli scare 20 plus years ago. I also was a large owner of Taco Cabana, which ultimately sold to private equity. I was the co-founder of Patient Safety Technologies, which sold to Stryker for $120 million. I've had my successes and I've had my failures. I think this person, Armada Trains, what about Marr?
Yeah, Marr.
Any thoughts on Marr?
What do you want to know about it?
I got a lot to write about, by the way. Single mom.
Yeah.
No dad till I was 13, adopted.
It's going to be a great...
What will really be interesting is what's happening in the next 60 days will determine how much I write.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there you go. Bezos sells $2.5 billion of Amazon stock. Now, he says every year he sells $1 billion to fund Blue Origin, but signals more sales coming. Why wouldn't you be a seller if you had a gigantic net worth and you could pare that back? $2.5 billion sold. Obviously, he's not going to be the CEO. He's still going to be the chairman, but he still has a gigantic position.
Maybe McKenzie makes him sell more than...
No, McKenzie, he's out. McKenzie has been paid. She does have some Amazon stock.
Yeah.
And he gets to vote the stock. But it's going to be interesting to see what Melinda gets because they transferred some stock to her from his Cascade Investments. Now, Cascade Investments had $75 billion worth of Bill Gates' stock that he's been selling off over the years for his investment vehicle. That's on top of the foundation money, which is the largest foundation in the world because Buffett's been giving him some money. But they had to report she owns more than 5% of FEMSA, Coke FEMSA. So the interesting thing is, what was her total settlement? Now, I read an interesting article about this where they were going to go down to an island. The whole family was going to go. Bill wasn't invited. They were going to release the information. That didn't end up happening. I have read, and listen, I'm not a TMZ guy, but one thing I can say about TMZ is they tend to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, they do.
Scarily accurate, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying everyone's mad at Bill. That Bill did something. Who knows what it is? This is what TMZ's reporting. And but this has been in the making for a while, and apparently her settlement is already done.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. But they didn't disclose it.
Well, one thing I wanted to talk about, Georgia, the governor there, Governor Kemp, personally not a fan, really. If you guys followed the election, you'll realize that's why I'm not a fan. No backbone. However, they did approve a bill allowing college athletes to receive pay based on their likedness, I'm sure. So let's think about this real quick. If Michael Jordan went to North Carolina, he wore number 23. If North Carolina approved college athletes to get pay back then, these kids would be buying the 23 jersey from University of North Carolina, the Tar Heels. They wouldn't be buying just a generic jersey. Carmelo Anthony, he wore 15 at Syracuse.
Sure.
If he could get money back then, that's what kids do. They buy the jerseys of the college athletes that they really love.
Right.
LeBron didn't go to school, but 23.
Sure.
Another guy. So that's what they're talking about, I believe. So if you're a stud athlete and you can take advantage of your likeness, you can get a pay from that.
One of the things Josh is asking me to do is for me to have videos of what we're doing, kind of walk people through our process. So we're going to work on that. We're trying to add value. Special thanks to Marshall Wilkinson, Armada Trading this
Everyone,
week.
yes.
A lot of people in the chat. I don't want to miss out on Penny. Who else was there today? There was a ton of people.
We had,
Ravi.
Rick Ritter.
Yep. Hey, Rick Ritter, thanks for following me on Facebook. I saw you, buddy. Hey, Marissa, say hello to Marissa. Thank you so much. There's a ton of people I know we're going to miss.
Papagorilla. Thank you, Papagorilla.
I can assist you with some threesome advice, Dirty Harry. Well, Brett is available. Obviously, you can text Josh.
Mark, there's not a Risk On Telegram channel yet.
We're working on Risk On Telegram. Hey, thanks, everybody. This has been Risk On. It's the 7th of May, 2021. We will see you Monday. Take care, everybody. Special thanks to the Naked Army.
Hey,
really,
thank you.
really, really. Marshall, thank you.